A curfew is now in effect in Gregory Park, Portmore, St. Catherine, in an attempt to quell the spiraling crime in the area. TVJ News understands that the violence intensified over the last 3 weeks, resulting in the murder of several people. Kirkwright has been speaking with the new police commander and other stakeholders about the worrying situation.
Only 3 weeks as the new commander for the St. Catherine South Police Division, but Superintendent Christopher Phillips has inherited a division, pockets of which are violence-plagued. Gregory Park is one of those communities. The violence is bad there.
Bad is not the word. Work.
But that's just one man. The caretaker councillor for the division says for the last 2 months, there have been several killings.
Over the last 2 months, over 10 persons would have died in the Gregory Park division.
All from the upsurge in violence?
From the upsurge in violence. 2 of them I could have considered to be domestic violence because of the stabbing and the nature of the killing.
Cottage Drive is one of the areas which was once bustling with activity, but now residents are staying inside.
And when you see the road like this, it means that people are tense. It is very tense down here in Gregory Park right now as we speak.
Justice of the Peace, Royan Levy, says gunshots can be heard in the area almost nightly. He's been trying to reach out to some of the young men in the area simply to find out what's behind the war.
I asked them the same question.
You asked them?
I asked few of the guys I know, what are you fighting for? What is the benefit of all of this?
And the answer?
Nothing.
They refuse to answer, they don't know.
Bad man a bad man. Respect and disrespect. That's what it is.
Simply that?
Simple that.
Who are the people at war?
I understand that from on the ground that is people from Mexico, a community over there by the name of Mexico, and the people from the community of Gulf that are at war.
Member of Parliament Orlando Terrelong says the violence is crippling businesses and hampering progress in the community.
In a community right down there, so the area known as Gulf, we've been trying to get Housing Trust to come on board with the development. And up to 2 months ago, I had a meeting with NHT about the housing development and what has been holding up the development for the last 3 years, all right? Because every now and again, there is a bit of violence. And I want all residents to understand that as long as the violence continues, the basic amenities that we want and infrastructure to come into the community, people are not going to come in there.
We saw police patrols, but even so, the new police commander says it's been challenging police in the area in keeping the violence down.
In the meantime, I would want to encourage the community. It's a very terrible thing that is happening in this space. I don't know how the children are surviving in this kind of an environment where you just feel unsafe, persons not sure where the next, incident might take place. Community very tense. It's just terrible. It's not a healthy way for us to be living.
The commander had a brief informal talk with some of the young men in the community. He says he's ready to do extraordinary policing if needs be.
Far more intense police operations, looking on all the operational options that we have. Some of the options that we apply in communities when you are losing control of what is happening in terms of the crime rate. So we're going to be looking on those and to see how best those can work for us.
Council caretaker Oral Gunning says he's trying to get the churches on board to help fight crime in the community. Kirkwright, TVJ News.